Hey everyone, welcome back to Football Finale. If you're a fan of football transfers and all the latest news, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss any updates. Now, let's dive right into today's shocking developments from Manchester United and some intriguing transfer sagas. So, let's talk about Manchester United, a season that started with high hopes but ended in disappointment. They lost the final against Tottenham Hotspur, marking a tough day for United and a historic one for Spurs. It's been 17 years since Tottenham lifted a major trophy, and this win is huge for them. Huge congratulations to Spurs and especially to their manager, Ange Postecoglou, who has now firmly laid out his future intentions. He's committed to staying at Spurs, building a long-term project with the club. For Manchester United, things are looking bleak. Not only did they lose the final, but their performance throughout the season, especially in the Premier League, was subpar. And to lose in the Europa League final, without even scoring a goal, that's not the standard Manchester United expects. But let's break it down further. Ruben Amorim's future at Manchester United. Smash that like button if you're as surprised by this as I am. Despite the huge disappointment, Manchester United is sticking with manager Ruben Amorim. The latest reports from the club indicate that they are fully backing Amorim to continue as their coach. In fact, Amorim himself said after the match that he's not quitting, even if the club decides to part ways. But he's confident that Manchester United believes in him and wants to continue this project with him at the helm. Now, Manchester United has already started working on the transfer market. They want to bring in Matheus Cunha as their first signing of the summer, but there's a catch: no Champions League football next season. Without the extra money from Champions League matches, attracting top-tier players will be a struggle, even with the promise of a significant transfer budget. It's going to be interesting to see how they navigate this situation. Alejandro Garnacho's situation at United. Alright, let's move on to another player whose future could be in doubt at Manchester United, Alejandro Garnacho. After the final, Garnacho spoke out about his frustration, especially being left on the bench for most of the Europa League final. Garnacho said, "It's been a poor season for me, and I didn't even play in the final." He's clearly upset, but the tension has been building for months. Back in January, Garnacho was already in talks with Napoli and Chelsea, with the player open to a move. But nothing materialized then, as no agreement was reached on the contract terms. However, this summer, things could change. Manchester United is looking to add more talent to their squad, but to make room for new signings, they may need to sell players. Garnacho could be one of them if an attractive offer comes in. His situation is definitely one to watch as the summer window approaches. Bruno Fernandes and Hilal's interest. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and let us know what you think about these potential moves in the comments below. Now, let's talk about Bruno Fernandes. This is a player who's been loyal to Manchester United through thick and thin, and he's always shown dedication. But with the summer window coming up, will he stay? Bruno Fernandes has made it clear that financial offers aren't his main concern. In fact, he mentioned that if money was his only motivation, he could have moved to Saudi Arabia last year, but he chose to stay. However, he said, "I want to be in the best competitions." Bruno wants to be part of a project where the club is heading in the right direction, and Ruben Amorim sees Bruno as a crucial part of his future plans. But there's a big twist: Al Hilal, a Saudi Arabian club, is still lurking with an important contract offer for Bruno. If Manchester United decides they want to cash in on Bruno, Al Hilal is ready to pounce, but for now, it seems like Bruno is happy at United, unless the club decides otherwise. Let's see what happens next. Florian Wirtz and Bayern versus Liverpool. Now, let's shift gears and talk about Florian Wirtz. The battle for his signature is heating up. Bayern Munich remains the front-runner, pushing hard to finalize the deal, but Liverpool isn't giving up just yet. Liverpool have already put forward their project to Wirtz, promising him a major role in the team, but Bayern is still confident they can get the player, especially after showing their interest for months. However, the key part here is Florian Wirtz's decision. The player is still weighing his options, and both clubs are in a race to secure his future. It's expected to be one of the most interesting transfer sagas of the summer, and we'll be keeping an eye on it here at Football Finale. Alright, so that's your update on Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes, Alejandro Garnacho, and Florian Wirtz. But what do you think? Will Garnacho leave this summer? Will Bruno Fernandes stay loyal, or will he head to Saudi Arabia? And who will win the battle for Florian Wirtz? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our next video covering all the latest transfer news. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates here on Football Finale. If you want to stay up to date with every move this summer, subscribe to Football Finale and make sure you've got notifications turned on. We're keeping you posted on all the latest transfer rumors and deals. See you in the next one.